Well, here we are, sitting in the garage, got the little puppy in here. And I just had a few things on my mind today. Kind of some of the up and coming plans that I had for next year with the lawn care and the junk removal. Just some quick stuff I want to touch on. I didn't really even think about everything I was going to say, but just some random thoughts in my mind. I definitely want to expand the lawn care. I want to get more customers. That's something that most people do that has lawn care. Junk removal, I always want to get more junk removal. I mean, junk removal is fun. You definitely make more money in doing junk removal than you do lawn care. I mean, it's just a fact. Lawn care for me, and I'm not speaking for everybody because everybody's got different equipment. They have different yards. They live in different places. We average per man hour. Average. This is an average. Sometimes it's a little lower, and sometimes it's a little bit higher. But we average between $50 and $60 an hour per man hour. That's about the average for lawn care. Junk removal, it varies. It could be $100 an hour. It could even be more sometimes. So junk removal is definitely different. A lot of people don't understand too. There's definitely a lot of other stuff you have to take into consideration when you do junk removal, but it does pay more. You have to, wherever you get something, you have to take it somewhere, and that's kind of the secret with junk removal. You have to know where to take everything that you get. You don't want to just take a bunch of stuff and throw it on your truck or in your trailer and then have to sort it out. Sometimes you do have to do it that way, but that's not the best way of doing it. The better way of doing it is getting a whole lot of one, maybe if it's metal, a whole lot of maybe if it's furniture, couches, whatever, stuff that goes in somebody's house, and taking those things to different places, and that's what depends on how much you get paid from junk removal, but it can definitely, junk removal is $100 plus per hour, but sometimes the overhead is definitely more than what lawn care would be. But the things I want to focus on with lawn care this year is I want to focus on route density. I want to get my yards closer together than they used to be. Obviously, you really don't have, total control of that, but I think you have a lot more control than what you think, and that's what I'm gonna focus on. So basically it's focusing on putting out my door hangers in tight areas, tight neighborhoods around some of the yards that I have already. Obviously, I don't just do lawn care, so that's just it's not always going to be perfect. It's going to, sometime I might have to drive a little bit, but if I can, that's what I want to do. I want to try to make them a little closer. I also I'm going to be focused on open yards that I can fit my mowers in. I don't have small mowers, but I have this 30-inch right here, but that's not something that I would use over and over and over and over again. It's just, they're good mowers, but I don't think they're designed to be cut, all day, every day. I don't think they're designed to do that. And obviously I can cut more with these riding mowers, Also, I'm going to be sticking to, I would say most. I don't like to say, complete every, because, you always have that exception. But mostly I'm going to be doing residential. But I found out in our market where I'm at, when it comes to lawn care, Um, and I'm not saying that people that do commercial, properties don't get paid good, because that would be a lie, and I don't want to say that. But what I will say is that from my experience, and with the equipment that I have, there's guys that have 10 of these kind of lawnmowers and better, But for the stuff that I have, which is not a lot, I'm not a big company. I'm a small company. I only have 2 riding mowers. That's it. Before I had this one, I had another one like this, So I don't have a whole lot of mowers. I have this. That's the only mower I have that's a push mower. Next year, I am going to buy another new one of those. I've had that for about 4 years. That's a 30-inch Toro Time Master. So, yeah, that's Kashka, by the way. If you guys don't know, she's about 7 months. She might be 8 months, like a couple days, but she's a bully. So she's got a lot of growing to do. She's small, still a puppy, but she's sniffing around for food, I think. But back what I was saying, the equipment that I have, I think is better for me to stick to residential. Small, medium, and large residentials. That's what I think is better for me to do. Because I've noticed with like apartment complexes, nursing homes, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of times they're just looking for the cheapest bid, and I don't want to be the cheapest guy, you know what I mean? Because it's extremely difficult to stay in business and to stay profitable, and for me to keep the hourly rate, the man-hour rate that I want to make with the business, because it's a whole lot more than just boom, I make $50 or $60 per man-hour. It's a lot more than that. I have to pay gas. I have to pay for repairs when the stuff breaks. Stuff like that. So it's real important for me to keep my profit, at the best that I can do it. You guys, if you've watched my videos, you know that I'm injured. So I'm not as fast as I used to be. A lot of times it's just, me on the mower and I have a helper, and then they'll be using the weed eater. And at times I'll get off and help with the weed eater, and I help with the blower a lot. So my goal is to find yards that suit exactly what's good for me. This is a 52-inch right here. It only has 8 hours on it. I bought it at the end of last year. X mark, obviously, you can tell. This right here is just a regular residential mower. This is not something you want to cut yards every day with. We don't cut yards every day. But if you're starting out, you'll hear people say, oh, don't get a residential mower. I can't agree with that. I mean, I'm probably wrong. I'm just going by my experience. I've had this mower this is like this would be my second full year, and I haven't had a problem with it. I haven't had no problem with this mower at all. I'm not saying that it's designed for, we don't cut every day. We cut maybe two times a week. That's it. So it will be for somebody starting out. And this mower definitely can make you enough money to buy this mower, because that's why I have that mower. This mower bought this mower, So that's just what I'm trying to explain. So I don't agree with people saying start off with that. Now, if you can afford this kind of mower to start off with, then yeah, by all means. But if you can't afford it, don't say, oh man, I can't start, And this mower is not real expensive, but it's about average, I would say, when it comes to, that's the price that I paid for it, So it's about average, but this mower right here, that's just a residential mower, it did pay for this mower. And I think the biggest thing is too, like, if you were to buy one new, it's only a 42-inch. I was able to get in a lot of gates, man, with this. I really was. And it's just for starters. It's not something that you want to use for your business, I think, like in the future. Like, because it's just not a commercial mower. But if you're doing like small properties like I was doing, like I'm doing now, residential, something that you would use a regular push mower on. If a push mower can do it, something small like a push mower, 21-inch, this could do it too. That's all I'm saying. And then eventually you can buy you something better. So that's my take on that. So those are some of the things this year that I'm looking to do. I'm definitely looking to keep route density and move forward and continue with residential and not commercial, because I do not think commercial in this area, or at least in my experience, is profitable enough for the equipment that I have. So that's just some of my thoughts. Wanted to talk to you guys, let you know kind of what's coming up. Bye-bye. And if you would like, go on and subscribe. I'm not a big channel. I just do videos with my kids. You guys watch my big ass workout sometime. There's some of the weights, So I'm not, just go to ABF Junk Removal and Lawn Care, hit the subscribe button, share. I have a weight loss journey that has been going on for a long time. So I'm gonna keep trying till I make it, and that's pretty much it.